what's it about? Basically, we did audience research of listing everything that people have said you have to have in a perfect opera. So we just shoehorned them into one opera. In terms of the pantomime camel, partly it's because, of course, it's got to be completely original, partly it's because my twin sister has been asking me to do that for years, so I was finally able to find an opera in which it was okay for me to go, by the way everyone, there's going to be a pantomime camel in this. I think it's genuinely funny. I think it takes a very different approach to being funny to a lot of opera, in that it starts off from the idea our goal is to make the audience laugh. We're not trying to make a point, we're not trying to make high art, we're just trying to make a really fun evening out. And I really love creating beautiful work. This is not that work. This is a work where I just get to be silly and fun and entertain people. And as well as being silly and fun and entertaining people, it does have deep underlying currents if you want to dig into them, and I think that does make the comedy more rewarding, because you can absolutely go to the show and not notice them. But if you come up to the show and go, I want this to be the most pretentious intellectual thing ever, then you will also get that. What is rooted in this idea that opera should be for anyone. I think the reason opera was so popular before World War II was because it used a musical and textual language that anyone could enjoy. That's when opera was popular. That's the thing all opera people keep talking about. That opera used to be popular, why isn't it now? It's because it uses a language which is still talking and still essentially a dialect of popular music of the time. I would love people to learn from the comic opera bits of this, but mostly what I want is for them to learn from the accessibility bits of it, because I think anyone can do those. It's surprisingly cheap, surprisingly straightforward, just to do a basic level. It's difficult because, opera is loud. Opera traditionally takes place in silence in a dark room. You have to change a lot of opera. You have to do some quite cool things we've been trying out, and I'm really excited to share them with the world. In terms of the process while writing it, the first thing was the wish. The first thing was, I want to write a genuinely funny comic opera because I haven't seen one for ages. Then working out what it's going to be about, and starting off with the idea that most comedy starts with laughing about yourself, so we were laughing at opera. So then making that list and just sitting down and working out how do all of these things fit together. So we've got a classic story, so you've got to have Macbeth, you've got the original things, you've got the pantomime camel. How do those two things relate to each other? Well, we needed a love story, so they're going to be in love. And creating the words was essentially finding out what's happening narratively in that bit and what style of words are going to be funny.